What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Frankie Korea, aka Frank White, aka White Chocolate, and I want to welcome you to another episode of the film Tyrant. Now, for those of you who are just tuning in, I review everything, don't matter what it is, usually action, horror, sci-fi, but basically I review everything. And today's a very special one. As you can hear in my voice, I'm a little disappointed, a little disgusted, because you know when you wait a year, 2 years for something and you finally get it and it's so disappointing, but not to the point where you can't enjoy it. I mean, it just to the point that you're disgusted because, you know, something was taken from you and it's unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? And on that note, we're going to be reviewing 2 movies today. The first one we're going to be reviewing is the cult classic that I grew up on, and a lot of you grew up on, which is going to be the main subject of this episode, which is Candyman. Mind you, there are going to be a lot of spoilers. I'm sorry, but I just have to tell you guys like it is, how it is. And because, you know, I see a lot of the Gen X, you know, kids, the teeny boppers now, or just people in general, leaving comments saying, "Oh my God, it was so great." It's like, you know, we're gonna get to that. All right. So right now, you're watching the film Tyrant. Right here. We'll be right back. All right, and we're back. So the first movie we're gonna be talking about today is Candyman. Now, for those of you who doesn't know about Candyman, you know what I'm saying? For those of you who don't know about Candyman, he's basically the black version of the boogeyman for the inner city youth. That was developed in Chicago. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is not a remake. This is not a reboot. This is a sequel that is direct to the original. Forget about Candyman Day of the Flesh. You know what I'm saying? This is a direct sequel from part 1, and that's it. That's they don't tell you that, but I'm letting you know now. So that way you understand. It's not a sequel, okay? Now, first things first. Like I tell you guys, I got a lot of gay family, I got a lot of gay friends. Why is it so important that every film that comes out has to have some type of LGBT in it? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I have nothing against it. Like I said, I have gay family, gay friends. I support the LGBTQ, whatever you want to call it now. But why does it always have to be in every film? So the movie starts off with a gay couple walking down the street. And then, you know, the urban legend comes up of Helen, who was played by Virginia Madsen in the original. And they start talking about it, blah, blah, blah. And it sets off a spark in the gay guy's sister's boyfriend, who's an up-and-coming artist. And he's like, "Oh, okay, well, you know, I was going to do something about, you know, Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, where I'm from, blah, blah, blah." Now, he says he's from Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, but then, you know, later on you find out he's not. Long story short, you know, he tells him the story about Helen and how she, you know, cut off a dog's head with a hook and stole this baby, and they saved the baby from her and this bonfire, blah, 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 right? So, some way, somehow, it entices the gay guy's girlfriend's boyfriend, who's, like I said, a struggling artist, to go down to Cabrini Green, where all this shit started. Now, Cabrini Green now is closed down. They, you know, got rid of, you know, the whole projects of Cabrini Green. They gentrified the area. You know, now it's all high rises and better buildings. And Cabrini Green is kind of like what Baxter Terrace here in Newark is, which is just like half the buildings are like abandoned and the other half were taken and made into dorm rooms for the fucking college kids. You know what I'm saying? But he goes down there, he meets this guy. The guy starts telling him the whole story about Candyman and blah, blah, blah. And he becomes fascinated. And decides to make his art room showcase about Candyman. And, you know, words are being thrown around, and it wasn't being, they weren't being like racist words, you know what I'm saying? They weren't being racist towards him, but they were basically saying how, you know, he's a artist who, you know, that artists are not really real people and they don't want to work a 9-to-5 job, and that all they do is feed on people who have money and don't really want to work and just leech around. And that's what, you know, basically everybody's talking about when they were like, oh, oppression and all this. There was nothing racist about it. The only thing racist about it was that they closed down Cabrini Green and they gentrified the area. You know what I'm saying? That's basically that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, they do talk about the history of fucking Candyman, like they did in part 1 and part 2. You know, Daniel Rubidoux and stuff like that. And then they brought up this guy from the 70s who was a pimp. He looked like a fucking pimp that used to walk around with a hook and shit. And, you know, they were like, oh, he never bothered anybody. Okay. He never bothered anybody. Okay. But he was giving kids fucking candy with razor blades in them to kill the fucking kids. Like, how the fuck is that not bothering anybody? You know what I'm saying? Oh, he never bothered anybody. They said, you know, bro, he's giving you fucking candy with razor blades in it. I mean, what the fuck? Can you not understand that or what? Like, these are some of the arguments online that I'm getting. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, me as a Latino filmmaker and actor growing up in the inner city of Newark, New Jersey, this was a staple stone for people that grew up in the inner city. You know what I mean? Especially because it was a black, you know, it was a black figure, a black man. It was an urban man, you know, an urban figure from the projects, from the hood, you know what I'm saying? And it was something that we had to hold on to for a long time, you know what I'm saying? And when I say for us, I mean us as people who lived in the inner city, whether you were white, black, Spanish, whatever race you were. But you grew up in the inner city, you knew what Candyman was, you know, when the movie came out, you know what I mean? The music alone creeped you out. The opening score creeped you out. All right? The opening score for this fucking Candyman is the same violin thing for 2 fucking minutes. It's so annoying. It is so annoying. It's like, I was like, yo, I had to be like, oh my God, I was just like, yo, when's this going to be over, man? Like, I was getting a headache. But, like I said, y'all, just from the fucking trailer alone, the very first trailer they leaked out, that they didn't leak it out. The very first trailer they put out about over a year ago before the COVID hit, it gave the whole fucking movie away. And I said, yo, I already know what this movie's about. Now, mind you, I know that I'm a you know, independent filmmaker. You know, I might know a little bit more than a lot of other people and stuff like that, but not really. It's just common sense. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's horror buffs out there that are, you know, that are so fucking pissed off beyond belief that, you know, and me being a horror fanatic myself, you know, I was really let down because I'm going to keep it real with you guys, man. It seemed like when Jordan Peele and Nia DaCosta and the other guy got together and they said, okay, we're going to do Candyman, we're going to remake it. So what should we do? Should we make it psychological or should we make it supernatural? And it's like, oh, I don't know. And then they try to blend both of them together. So like when you're watching the movie, you don't know what the fuck is going on because 1 minute you think it's supernatural. Then it goes psychological. Then it goes supernatural. Then it goes psychological. Then it goes supernatural again. And it's like, yo, which way are you going, fam? Because you know, you can't do both. You know, you fucking that mean, you know, your movies like a roller. It's like a not even a roller coaster. It's like a bumpy ride. It's like you don't know when it's gonna stop. It's like, yo, what the fuck, man? You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that if they would have went the psychological route, fine, boom, do the psychological route, but don't blend it with supernatural and then leave people scratching their head like, yo, what the fuck did I just watch, man? Because that's what happened with me. I was just like, yo. I just spent an hour and 25 fucking minutes. Yeah, y'all. The movie's an hour and a half. It's got like 6 minutes of credits at the end. The movie itself is an hour and 25 minutes long. You know, it's very fast and everything. But even the original Candyman, yeah, it wasn't too gory. You know what I mean? But it still had gore. It still had, you know, it still had those jump scares and that creepy feeling of watching the movie and shit like that. This one was nothing. It was psychological and, you know, like I said, all the kills are off camera. Like, you don't see anything. All you see is blood splatter, blood splatter, blood splatter. And then throughout the whole fucking movie, they just keep on showing these like paper puppets on the wall as they tell a story. And it's like, okay, what the fuck, man? And then it cuts back to the gay couple and then talking to the sister, and then it cuts back to the gay couple again, and the sister smoking weed, and then it's like, yo, like, what are you guys trying to do here? Like, what is the story about? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was, and you know, and then you know, okay, I can understand how he killed, you know, how all the people got killed, except for the white girls in the bathroom. You know what I mean? There was a bunch of white girls. If you guys seen the trailer, there's a bunch of young white girls like in high school, and they're like, Candyman, Candyman, whatever, in the mirror, right? You see, I won't say that shit 5 times. I don't know why. I just can't. But they say it, and then this black girl comes in the bathroom, and they start picking on her or whatever, and she just puts her headphones on and sits on the toilet and waits for them to leave and shit. But instead, they all get killed. And then you see the one girl drops her makeup thing on the floor, and you see the motherfucker clear as day who's killing them. And it's like, come on, man. Like, really? 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 Like, really seriously? You know what I mean? And, you know, it's like, and like I said, all you see is like a little bit of blood. You see a little bit of blood here, a little bit of blood here, a little bit. You don't really get it. You know what I'm saying? I think the best thing was a close up of the girl in the beginning, the first girl who got her throat cut with the hook. You see her throat like opened up on the floor, and then the guy sitting there like, is this real? Is this real? This can't be happening. Come on, this gotta be fake. It's like, dog, she's fucking gushing blood out of her fucking mouth and throat. Like, come on, man. You know what I mean? So, long story short, man, they do all this, and then you already by now you already know who the fucking killer is, and then they take the original, and then, you know, they bring back Vanessa Williams from the original, the mother of the baby, who also was on Melrose Place. They bring her back, right, as the guy's mother. And they put her in the fucking movie for 5 minutes only. Less than 5 minutes she's in the movie. Less than 5 minutes she's in the movie. Why do you do that? You know what I'm saying? They focused more on the gay couple than they did on Vanessa Williams. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, listen. I know that there's a lot of people out there that are gonna be like, oh, well, Jordan Peele, you know, Nia DaCosta is a black female, the first black female filmmaker to make a big horror film like this, and it's her first fucking movie. Okay, great, congratulations, whatever. You know what I mean? Jordan Peele, okay, great. He's trying to do things for the black community. You know what I'm saying? That's great. Like, you know, trying to bring horror to the black community and stuff like that. I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. But what I don't get is how you make a sequel and you call it Candyman. So everybody who's going to the movie theaters now is thinking that this is a remake of Candyman when it's not. It's a direct sequel from part 1 to now. Like I said, forget about Candyman 2 Day to Farewell to the Flesh and all that shit. It's just from part 1 to 2. And then you got, he gets stung by a bee and it's like he's getting infected and his arm's getting gangrene and fucking he's going crazy and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And it's like when it gets to the end of the fucking movie, then they bring Tony Todd in for what? I don't know. They bring Tony Todd in for like less than a minute and he's like, tell everyone. It's like, what the fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened? Like, once again, it went from being supernatural, from psychological to being supernatural again. And then you use Tony Todd for 30 seconds. And then you bring back 2 of the original cast members and you don't even fucking really use them. You know what I'm saying? I was really disappointed, y'all. I mean, yeah, you guys know I'm usually like fucking like cursing up a storm right now. But I'm very hurt and disappointed. Like, I'm pretty sure Clive Barker is like, oh man, what a fucking piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because for those of you who don't know, Clive Barker was the one who came up with the story. For those of you who don't know who Clive Barker is, look him up. You know what I'm saying? He's a horror director from England. He invented Hellraiser. You know what I'm saying? I was very disappointed, y'all. Like my mother was like, oh, what's wrong with you? I was like, oh, a fucking movie, bro. Like, I'm telling you, like, when you guys, like, some of you guys, like I said, some of you teeny boppers and Gen X people are gonna say, oh yeah, I thought it was great. And some of you guys are gonna be, who are artistic and like psychological movies, are gonna be like, oh man, this is great. But for people who actually love Candyman, they're gonna be like, yo, what the fuck, man? Like, you know what I mean? Like, very disappointed. Very disappointed. There's, like I said, all the killings are off screen. The story is all over the place. You know what I mean? They try to make it into like I said, they try to turn it into like a racist type thing. People are trying to say it's trying to be racist type thing, but it wasn't. It was not racist at all. You know what I mean? All it is gentrification, which is happening all day, every day, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Skip, man, look, on a scale of 1 to 10, I gotta give this motherfucker a 1, yo. A 1. A 1 on a Film Tyrant scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 1. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I just can't. I'm so hurt on this shit. And like I said, the music, the background music, like, it just doesn't fit the movie. It's just whack, y'all. Please, wait. If you could wait until fucking, until it comes on TV or something, then do that. You know what I'm saying? But scale of 1 to 10, 1 on Film Tyrant review. That's my review. We'll be back with the Protege, y'all. And I'm out. Damn, shame. All right, y'all. And we are back. The first review was really hard, man. I'm still trying to get over it. But the second review of this episode of Film Tyrant goes to the Protege, starring Maggie Q, Michael Keaton, Samuel L. Jackson. I gotta tell you, I waited over a year for this movie as well, and it was well fucking worth it. For all you fucking action lovers out there, you definitely will like this film. It's not, a lot of people are gonna be like, oh man, it looks like another fucking women empowerment film. No, it's not. It's not. It is not. It is a young girl who is saved by a black man in Vietnam back in the 70s or early 80s. He raises her to be his own child and to grow up and to know how to protect herself. And she becomes his protege, basically, because he's a hitman. And he gives her the life that she always wanted and deserved. And when he's murdered, she wants revenge for the man who she looked to as a father and as somebody who was her only family. And she fucking goes on a rampage and wants to take out the people who put out the hit on him, basically. Now, Michael Keaton He plays this cat named Rembrandt. Smooth cat, yo. Smooth cat. Michael Keaton is the man. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. Michael Keaton is the man. And for somebody who's pushing 70, the man can move. And the man doesn't even look nowhere near 70. He looks like he's in his like early 50s, if anything. You know what I mean? They want to have like a thing for each other, you know what I'm saying? As you could tell from the commercial. There's not a lot of martial arts in here. That's my only downfall. I was hoping for some good amount of martial arts. There is maybe there's maybe two really good fight scenes. No, I'm sorry. I take that back. There's three good fight scenes that are quick. All right. Two with Maggie Q and was it? No, let's see. Is it? Let's see, one with Maggie Q and Michael Keaton, one with Michael Keaton and a bunch of guys, and then one with Maggie Q and a bunch of guys in the jail cell. So 3, yes. All right. They were done very well. Like I said, this movie is a lot of gunplay. There's a lot of gunplay. You know, it's a simple, straight in your face storyline. Nice, you know. There's a nice movement to the story that I really enjoyed. What more can I say? But go see the Protege. Definitely. If you love Maggie Q, you know, if you like me, like look, like, you know, I like my women, you know, with some meat on their bones. But Maggie Q, there's just something about Maggie Q. Like, she's so skinny, but there's just something about the shape of her and the way she talks and the way she's so exotic looking. It's just like, oh man, you just want to like bang her in the butt real quick and just nut inside of her ass crack. You know what I'm saying? And just be like, you deserve that and more. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's just bad. You know what I'm saying? You know, of course, you know, Sam Jackson always does his thing. Michael Keaton, I'm telling you, like, listen, y'all, Michael Keaton might be pushing 70 years old, but let me tell you something. The man can move for his age, okay? And I feel like they should, between this and American Assassin, they should at least give Michael Keaton at least like 2 or 3 action starring roles. You know what I'm saying? Because he can do it. If you guys remember, he did Desperate Measures. He did the other crazy movie, Pacific Heights. You know what I'm saying? Like, Michael Keaton is a versatile actor. Of course, we know he was Batman. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck. Like, come on, man. If you guys give Michael Keaton an action film where he's the head honcho, and he's the you know what I'm saying, the head nigga in charge, kind of like Liam Neeson, bro, he can do it, man. And I think he would do a way better job because, you know, he's my height. He's 5'9". You know what I mean? He's in great shape. You know what I mean? He doesn't look old. You know what I mean? He can run. He don't need like stunt doubles like Liam Neeson did, you know, for Taken and stuff like that. I'm not taking anything away from Liam Neeson because I like Liam Neeson. But I'm just saying, like, Michael Keaton could do more. You know what I'm saying? So I think Hollywood should at least give him at least 1, 2, maybe 3 more films where he's the lead action guy. You know what I mean? Fuck the Batman Beyond shit where he's gonna be in the background and shit like that. Nah, give him an action film, dog. You know what I'm saying? The action was done very well. Like I said, the acting is on point. I on a scale of 1 to 10 for the film Tyrant, I give this an 8.5, yo. 8.5. I just wish it had a little bit more. If it had a little bit more martial arts in it, then I probably would have gave it a 9, maybe a 9.2, if that. All right, but 8.5 on the film Tyrant scale of 1 to 10, and that's our review for that. And I gotta say, man, like, you know, if you guys really like action, go see the Protege. You'll really enjoy it. If you don't, then I don't know what you're looking for. But this is like a straight, you know, balls to the wall, you know, straight in your face type action film. You know what I'm saying? This is what you see is what you get with this. You know what I mean? As I said, for Candyman, as I said, a 1 out of 10. I'm sorry, y'all. I was very disappointed. I'm very hurt. I'm sorry that I gave y'all all those spoilers, but I just had to get it off my chest. And there's so much more that I want to say about that movie, but you know, because it was artistic and it was psychological. It was like, and then they try to mix the supernatural. I just like, I don't even want to talk about it anymore. But, you know, like I said, scale of 1 to 10, Candyman gets a 1. The Protege, 8.5, guaranteed. Just wish I had a little bit more martial arts. On that note, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Remember, I'm just here to help you and guide you guys in the right direction and watch good movies or give you bad reviews on bad movies. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you don't like my reviews, like I always say, fuck you then. I'm just here to help. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, before I get off this thing, I want to address one thing. If you guys don't like the way I talk, if you guys don't like the way I look, don't leave racist, derogatory remarks in my comments, because I will report you and I will leave you a comment. All right, and I will find out where you're from and stuff like that. I will find out your information. Am I gonna do anything? No, because there's no need to, because it's all talk. But I've been getting a lot of racist comments on, like, somebody said I talk niggerish. Somebody said I talk with a black accent. Somebody said, why do I wear a wave cap when I'm bald? Somebody said, you know, why do I act like I'm tough when I'm not? Okay, first of all, let's just get one thing straight. My skin is white, but I'm Latino. I grew up in Newark, New Jersey, Brook City. I grew up in the fucking hood, okay? I grew up in a multicultural environment where most of my friends were black and Spanish, okay? Now, being from a Dominican American family, you know, I was belittled by my own peoples. Like you tell other Dominicans you're Dominican, they look at you like, because your skin is not dark enough for them, or you don't wear tight clothes like them, or you don't talk like them, you know, or you don't, you know, look like them in any which way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? There's, you know, people, you know, when you come from the Caribbean, you're either white, tan, black, Native American looking. We all look different from time to time. You know what I'm saying? Just like you got light-skinned black people, you got brown-skinned black people, and you got black-skinned black people. You know, we all are different. You can't judge a book by its cover, number one. Number two, I talk like this because I grew up in the inner city of Newark, New Jersey. All right? Now, for you to say black accent and say I talk mad niggerish, that's not cool, especially when you're Caucasian. And yes, the people who left these comments are all Caucasians. As for wearing a stretch cap, wave cap, I don't wear a wave cap, I wear a stretch cap. And the reason why I wear it is because it's a style of preference. You don't see people contradicting LL Cool J, who LL Cool J is bald and wears a stretch cap. So I'm bald, I wear a stretch cap. It's just a style. You know what I'm saying? And I don't talk like I'm tough. I know I can fight. You know what I'm saying? I know I can fight. So it's not like I talk like I can't fight. You know, I can handle my own. All right? And I'm just putting that out there because I don't talk about it. I be about it. And I don't act like something I'm not. This is who I am every day of my life. This is who I've been since I was a kid. And yeah, I even have people that I grew up with say, hey, Frank, yeah, you never changed, bro. You're still the same. You still look the same. You still act the same. Still talk the same. You know, people grow out of things. You know, me, I'm true to myself. So I just want you guys to know that this is the real me. All right. And when I bring you guys these film comments, it's from the heart. And it's me being me. All right. And for people who know who I am in person, will testify this is the actual real me. All right. I joke around a lot. You know, I don't take shit. But I try to keep the peace and try to just keep it 100 with everybody. You know what I mean? So on that note, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I just wanted to get that off my chest. I needed to digress that because that just happened within the last 2 weeks. I got these comments and stuff like that. And I just wanted to let you guys know about myself. All right. So this is really me, and this is who I am. This is what I'm about. So I want to thank you guys once again for tuning in to the Film Tyrant. It's your boy Frank in Korea. And until next time, be safe, stay watching good movies, and I look to see what you guys got to say. All right. If you wanna, disagree or agree or disagree with me, leave a like or a comment in the link below this thing. If you guys are first time watchers, subscribe and you know, check me out, see what I can do. All right. So on that note, this is episode 8 of the film Tyrant, and it's your boy Frank Korea, and I'm out, y'all. Until next time, one baby. Be safe, y'all. God bless.